Yes, people. Welcome to another edition of the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV, brought to you by myself, Flawless Mr. Take Note. I like I start each and every show on the channel, whether it's on the YouTube or whether it's on the Twitch. Big up to everybody who is supporting the channel. Big up to all the regulars. Big up to all the new people. Like I always say, big up to everyone who be watching live and be in the comments. Big up to everyone who be watching live and have it on in the background. People who watch the shows back afterwards, whether you listen to the audio platforms, SoundCloud, Spotify, or iTunes, much appreciated. It does not go unnoticed. So big up to each and every one of you lot, and it never goes unnoticed over here. But please make sure, whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back, you hit the like button on the video. Make sure you do that. Hit the like button on the video. Mods, get everybody liking, please. Make sure you share it across all the socials as well. Share this across all of the socials: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can share it to your WhatsApp status, WhatsApp group, Snapchat, wherever else you are active. Please make sure you do that, and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. And when you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell. Vitally important you do that. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule as well. And you can go to my Twitter and Instagram at That's Me Flawless. That's THATSMEFLAWLESS. That's Me Flawless on Twitter and Instagram. You can retweet and like from my Twitter, and you can share it from my Instagram as well. So for those, and I will get to the comments as well. So for those that haven't seen the ManDem United podcast before, it is a podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments and questions Manchester United related. I'm running this one dolo. So get your questions in, people, because it's rare you get me by myself on the ManDem United podcast. I'm normally joined by one of my co-hosts or got a special guest. But I thought, you know what, let me just run this one today dolo. So that is what I'm doing. And big up to Again, CHS as well, who became a member of the channel. The link is underneath in the description. Big up to Ryan, who says, big up, big bro, large up, little bro in the cut. Time to shine's there. Big up to you. Danny says, big up, Flawless. Big up to you also. Danny says, appreciate for helping me help my female friend get over her worries and abuse. She's got a lot better. She's a lot better now. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, man, come. Always here to help, man. Any way we can help, we will do that. Any way we can help, we can do that. So yeah, man, large up everyone. But as you can see from the title, RALF Rangnick is the new Manchester United manager. RALF Rangnick is the new manager of Manchester United, and I'll be giving my thoughts on that. I'm sure you lot will have plenty of questions regarding that for me as well. So feel free to fire the questions in. Lions Diaper says, opinions on Handara, a midfield we are linked to. I don't know anything about him, so I'll be lying. I do not know anything about him. I'm going to talk to the circle, see what people are saying about him, the likes of Aaron, etc. You lot in the comments will probably have, definitely some of you lot will know more about him than I do. So Lion Sniper, I'll flip the question on you. What's your thoughts on us being linked with him? What's your thoughts? I don't even know what type of midfielder is he? Is he a 6? Is he a 8? Is he a 10? Like, what's his attributes? Who's he similar to? Who's out there? Like, let me know who he's similar to in Europe currently. Bushan here says we can finally breathe now. Facts, I agree. Man United winning the Premier League and Champions League, that's an audacious statement, but like I always tell you, I hope you're right. He says big up. And Hadara from Leipzig, again, I don't know anything about him. I do not know anything about him, so you lot will have to let me know. Big up to you lot. We've already hit double figures in the like, so large up you lot. Much I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll give my thoughts. While you lot get your questions in, I'll give my thoughts on RALF Rangnick. And I'll do it in two parts. One, him coming in as interim boss, and then him going upstairs. I'm more gassed about the latter, but I'll get into why. But him coming in as interim boss, I think it's brilliant. Absolutely such a brilliant move. Because the talks was, do United get interim manager in, or do we get a permanent manager halfway through the season? And it's looking like Zidane. People been speaking about Zidane not wanting to come, Poch being at PSG, Ten Hag currently at Ajax. Everyone we was linked to was in a job. So I think bringing in Ten Hag is brilliant as interim. And the reason why I think it's more brilliant, because it's not like he's here for 6 months and then he bounces. That's what I respect about Rangnick as well. He could have just took the bag for 6 months and then dipped. But he rejected us at first, reports have told us. And then he said, all right, I'll take the interim job, but then I'll go upstairs afterwards for 2 years for a consultancy role. And he's resigned from places. Like I said, he reportedly rejected us, which lets me know he's a man of principle. And he'll walk out if things are going his way. That's why I think that consultancy role is major. I think he legit has the last say and has major input on what's going on in the club. But him coming in as the boss, one, he can analyze the squad. He's already been assessing the squad from reports, but first and foremost, he can analyze the squad up close and personal from a football perspective and from a mentality and personal perspective as well, because it's not like he's guessing. When a new manager comes in, he can tell the new manager a player's good habits and bad habits, how a player reacts, whether he reacts better to harsh criticism or arm around the shoulder, etc. Small things like that, which all play a part, because football is massively mental. Like, people think it's just physical attributes and technical ability. Like, no, mentality and your mental state is a major part. Confidence plays a major part, and I think people overlook that just because a player's techie. And it's like, no, a player's techie, but he might be playing poor for numerous reasons. It's not like he's lost his skill or certain systems. So I think he's coming in to get the squad up to speed, assess the squad for the next man, and put the first building blocks in place for what he's trying to do. And he's literally starting from the ground up. He's at the playing stuff. It's kind of like when you work for a company and you start at the bottom up, and then you start at the ground up. Pause. You start at the ground, and oh Jesus, I'm surprised Cam's ain't here saying pause. As I was saying, you start at the ground level and then you work your way up to, say, supervisor, manager, CEO, etc., etc. So he is literally seeing the inner workings of Manchester United. So I like the fact that he's coming in as manager. And on the field as well, forget afterwards, on the field I see a significant improvement. We've already seen that under Carrick. It might be small things, but we already see already under Michael Carrick, we look like a better unit defensively. We look like a more cohesive unit defensively. We're holding better shape. And yes, they're three very basic things that don't deserve praise. And I'm not praising us for those three things. I'm not praising us for those three things. I'm just saying they worked in place. So now we're getting the basics. This is when we can work on the more complex things and push up the table and get better performances and better results. And I see RANGNICK having a massive impact. 110%. I see RANGNICK having a massive and huge impact. That's just me, though. You know what I'm saying? People might think I'm wrong for that. Let me keep going through the comments as well. Ahmed says, still waiting for Peter to tell me, hold that. I hear that. Lion Sniper says, he plays for Leipzig. He's most similar in our team to Fred, tenacious and energetic. So he fits the so-called, well, not even so-called, he fits the style that RANGNICK is known for. Zidane could be tempted to work with RANGNICK. Absolutely. Absolutely. Ahmed says, Zidane ain't happening. We need to move on and focus on getting Ten Hag. What I'd say about that is, whatever RANGNICK wants to do, Aaron said it on Twitter, and I've been waiting to say this, back the manager. Whatever RANGNICK wants to do, I'm all for. If he wants to go get Ten Hag, I'm with it. If he wants to go get Zidane, I'm with it. If he wants to go get Hasenhüttl, I'm with it. If he wants to go get someone we're not familiar with from whether it's the German league, the Austrian league, or wherever, I am all for it. Give him the reins, give him the keys to the kingdom. I am all for it. I'm fully backing Ralf Rangnick as manager and fully as the consultancy role at the end of the season as well. I'm fully involved. So yeah, on the pitch, that's how I'm looking at it with Rangnick. On the pitch, 110%. And I see him, he's already identified, he's already identified the manager he wants, or managers. There's definitely a shortlist, whether it's one or whether it's a free manager shortlist or 5. He's definitely analyzed that when they was having the conversation, absolutely, in the negotiations. So I have full trust. Not only are we working long term, we're also looking at not only are we looking at short term, we're also looking at long term with Rangnick, and that's what I like. And he's gonna restructure the football club as well. I can see that happening, and it seems John Murtough did a lot. Statman spoke on it. I've seen others speak on it on social media as well. So if Murtough did that, we got to give him his credit for that. So I'm all for it. Anib says, big up Flawless, big up to you. Apparently Rangnick is struggling to get a work permit. Yeah, but he'll work around it. As long as it ain't Hasenhüttl, I'm with Rangnick in any decision. Hey, if he thinks that's the best man, I'm all for it. I'm backing him. Fully. I'm fully backing him. The reason Zidane is hesitating to go PSG is Leonardo. Apparently, he's a hard person to work with. I've heard this as well, Abdi. I have heard this. And it could be that, like I say, maybe Zidane's looking at the French job. But they're the two jobs you look at, whether it's PSG or France, that you look at and go, they're better they're more exciting projects than Manchester United. However, with Rangnick coming in charge, that's pushed us up now. And one thing we're forgetting is Rangnick, when he was at Leipzig, when he was at Salzburg, he didn't have the finance he has at Manchester United. The finance is different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm all for that. Rangnick apparently wants Lamptey. Is this true? Where's this source from? 2-9-0 is too absurd for me to accept, brother, but I hear you still. I don't watch that. Southampton are not a good side, so I'm just like, it is what it is, isn't it? I've seen all top quality managers get battered, so 9-0 isn't good. But if he says Hasenhüttl, I'm like, cool, let's go. Let's go. I'm all for that. But yeah, where was I at? So him going upstairs and restructuring the football club, I am all for. I am all for him restructuring the football club. Absolutely. And again, I'm backing him. I am 110% backing him. Lamptey, like Jazz Pierre said, if he was Lamptey, again, I've seen enough of Lamptey to go, that's a great signing. Be a phenomenal. It's an improvement on Wan-Bissaka, and he fits the style that he wants to get. People have spoke about Ten Hag, Zidane, Pochettino, all their styles being different from Ten Hag's. I mean, being different from Rangnick's. However, you can make adjustments. Adjustments can get made. Like, I believe whether it's Ten Hag, whether it's Poch, whether it's Zidane, whoever can make adjustments and fit in with the style. Like, once they, because that'll be a conversation I'm sure Rangnick will have with the new manager. Like, we have to work in tandem. We have to work as one. So they'll make that work. They can definitely make that happen. I'm with it. I like Lamptey, but might be injury prone, says Luke. It depends on it. What type of injuries is he getting? I'm not sure, but he does seem to get injured a lot. I hear that. Marshall says, what's good, Flawless? A man with flaws. I'm blessed. I hope you are good too. Make sure you hit the like button of the video, people. Vitally important you do that. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. I just hope he influences the coaching staff and completes Van Gaal's job of bolstering the academy. LVG was stifled with the onus to improve the academy. And that's why I like the fact he's going upstairs. Because not only can he fight for that, the manager coming in, if they're on the same page, which I believe they will be, because I don't believe Rangnick brings in a guy that's not on the same page as him, then they've got two people fighting for it, the manager and the DOF or consultancy role or whatever title Rangnick has. And Myrtle's there as well. I'm with it. Are you worried that a lot of your players will get injuries in the next few months while adjusting to the new style? Is it a concern? Yes, but that's what you have to do. What do I always say? That's short-term pain for long-term gain. If players are picking up injuries to get accustomed and adjusted to the high-intensity style, like Saeed said, it's not just hard yards, it's hard yards with a purpose. I'm with it. I'm 110% with it. I have no problem with that whatsoever. I have no issues with it whatsoever. So if players are going to get injured now, for them to be then better next season, to get fit, cool. So now I wouldn't say worried. And if it happens, it shows that, all right, we're moving in the right direction. Goku says Rangnick ball is like Liverpool 17-18. I'm with it. Ahmed says Ryan is bringing up a good point. We need a new fitness staff to work with Rangnick's style. I'm sure Rangnick has already assessed that. I'm sure he has already assessed that. Honestly, as a rival fan, I'm a bit worried about his move United made. RALF could turn it around. I 100% agree. I like the fact that RALF has implemented 4-2-2. Hey, he's played different formations as well, is what I like. He's played different formations, which I'm all for. I'm all for that. I've seen him 4-2-2, seen him play a back three, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1. So he's versatile, which makes me go, all right, he'll work with what he has currently. He works with Ryan's a joker, man. This guy got main character syndrome. But I'm all for that. That's why I'm not worried like at all. This is the most optimistic and excited I've been regarding Manchester United in a long time. Almost a decade. Closing in. Not quite a decade, but almost a decade. Simply because, again, like what does Big Bro Nuruddin say? It's all about the structure. And that's what it is. And we're looking to restructure that. Because they'll be looking at, even though he's not in the consultancy role yet, he'll be looking at it right now. Like I've already heard, he's asked for training videos to see what's going on. So I'm with it. Should be interested seeing CR7 getting benched under RALF. Jesus. Oh, my God. I can see Bainesy having an absolute fit. 100%. See Bainesy having a fit. He's just... This Did anyone see Stats, Facts, and Vibes yesterday when me and Bainesy was talking about Ronaldo? It's out of hand. It's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolute nonsense. Bear with me, you lot. More for it. I like the fact that RALF has implemented 4-2-2. Lets Rashford play on the left of a two creators like Pogba, Jaden behind the strikers and sitting CMs, and still lets you have width with the fullback. Hey, if he comes in with that, I'm fine. If he decides to play 4-2-2, 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3, 3 at the back, I have my personal preferences, but I am with RALF on this. Whatever RALF wants to do, I am with it 110% of the way, like 110% with it. Goku says he'll like Rashford and Fred. Sorry, people. He'll like Rashford and Fred. I could see him definitely, 100%. Ronaldo says, EFAC says Ronaldo should play. Certain games, absolutely. Certain games, but not every game. You shouldn't start, and this is what I was getting at with Statman Baines when we was talking about it. It's not every game. It's not Football Manager or FIFA where you just play the same 11. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Like, if the certain game plans you're putting together, there could be players who are better suited than Cristiano Ronaldo. Chelsea was a prime example. You're playing on a counter-attack. Ronaldo should be on the bench if the counter-attack is the game plan. However, counter-attack shouldn't be the game plan week in, week out. To be honest, against 90% of teams, we should be dominating the ball. Therefore, 90% of the time, Ronaldo should be playing. But that 10%, we're playing on a counter-attack, whether that's away at the Etihad, whether it's Anfield, whether it's down the library at the bridge, whether it's away to Bayern Munich, away to Real Madrid, etc., etc. If we're playing on a counter-attack, we have better options than Ronaldo for that game plan. Abdallah says, where are we at? Tell Statman that there's a bigger chance for Somalia to qualify for the World Cup than Ronaldo to score 20 Premier League goals. Yeah, that's wild. Ronaldo could score 20 Premier League goals if he plays. If he plays like 35, 36 games, he could. I don't know how many goals he's on currently. Marshall says Ronaldo can't press. Now, Ronaldo can press. Ronaldo can press. Would you be fine with a 3 at the back for stability? I think that's our best formation. That's the formation I like the most. That's the one I look at. That's the one I look at. Because I think all our centre-backs are better in a 3. Varane, Bailly, Lindelof, Mcguire. You got Luke Shaw, who can play left-sided centre-back. You've got Wan-Bissaka, who I think would be better as a right-sided centre-back rather than a right-back or a wing-back, because it takes away him going forward. And he has more cover of him getting... If with an extra defender in there, it helps him not get caught out, and he has a wing-back covering, and you have a DM or 2 DMs dropping in as well. Wing-backs, Tellers and Dalot make sense. Tellers and Dalot make perfect sense as wing-backs. And I'm sure that there might be players in the academy you can look at as well. It solves our biggest problem in terms of DM. So having a DM who, because we don't have like a 30 number 6 who's quality, that it covers that deficiency. And then you can play 2 up top. And all our strikers, if you want to, you can play 3-4-3. You can play 3-5-2. If you're playing 3-5-2, you got 2 up top. Ronaldo's better in a 2. Rashford's better in a 2. Martial's better in a 2, I believe. All our strikers, or if you want to go 3-4-3, you can play Sancho and Rashford one side and Ronaldo up front. We got so many options. Throw Cavani in that mix, throw Sancho in that mix, Martial in that mix, Lingard in that mix, Diallo. There's so many options. Jazz PN says Ronaldo can totally be pressing a given zone. You don't need to press in midfield. There's a myth about needing to press all over the pitch. I 110% agree with this. I 110% agree. Cameron, I think anybody can press. Even me, and I am no presser whatsoever. I play DM. Pressing is not my game. But if you put me in the correct system and say press this zone, I can press. And trust me, I'm a lot worse than Ronaldo. Trust me. I do not have his physique or his energy. So, yeah. Ronaldo would be good coming on for the last 20 or 30 minutes against tired defenses. That's an option. But then you could insert Manchester United attacker here and it works for all of them. But Ronaldo's in that mix too. Ronaldo, I think Rashford, you could say that. Sancho, you could say that. Martial, you could say that. Lingard, you could say that. Cavani, if you're chasing the game, you could say that. This is what I'm saying about Manchester United. We have options, and now we have a man in charge who can utilize them options. This is why I said it. Word to Stringer Bell. Word to Stringer Bell. We back outside in it. Put the word out. We back up. Flawless prediction for Newcastle Norwich game, which I will be doing a watch along for on the Twitch, people. We will be doing a watch along for on the Twitch. I got a draw. Tellers is the best left back at the club. Man needs to give him his flowers already. And not, yeah, you wildin', Ahmed. You wildin'. Jazz, you wildin' with that, Jazz. You wildin' with that. Big up Flawless. We back, baby. The people at the back need to hear it too. Facts. Say it louder for the people in the back, Emmanuel. Facts. Facts. Joel says Emmanuel Ladd would be saucy next season. No need for a right back. Go all out for midfielders in 6 and 8, and we cook him with a decent coach. I hear that, Joe. Again, I fully hear that, what you're saying. I'm for a right back. I'm not gonna lie. I think we do need a right back. We do need a right back, but we need a 6. Arguably 2 6s, but we definitely need a 6. I want 2 preferably. Let's just bolster that midfield properly. But again, this comes back down to formations and what Ralph's gonna go with. What's the new manager gonna go with? Because we were just speaking there about a back 3, which I think suits this squad best. However, if we sign a 30 DM, 4-3-3 suits this best. If we sign a DM and a right back, then we cooking. Then we cooking. But again, I'll say again, it's all about the formation because this is all guesswork. One thing I like about Ralph coming in is now ManDem United podcast is simple. I mean, it's simple. No, now the ManDem United podcast is different because we're not just talking about Ollie and 4-2-3-1 and the same issues. We don't know how he's going to play. I'm really interested to see how Ralph plays this season and the formations. Does he stick to one? Does he play different ones? What manager he goes and gets? What does the manager play? I presume it will be similar to RANGNICK's formations that he picks. The FAC says Ronaldo and Cavani worked versus Spurs. Absolutely, and it can work. Ahmed says I'm a simple man. Give me a DM and I'm happy at this point. I want a DM and a right back. I ain't gonna lie. Dennis is a baller. Absolutely. Your squad is so big. I know that it'll rotate to try lots of different formations. I'm all for it. I'm all for that. We should sign Lamptey. Yep. Again, someone mentioned his injuries, so I don't know if it's the same injuries getting or it's different ones. Like, I'm unsure. I don't know. I'm not sure. Make sure you hit the like. We got over 30 of you lot in here, man. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. There's over 30 of you lot. There should be at least 30 likes, so get the likes up. And continue to get your questions in as well. Continue to get your questions in as well. This is where you get me here by myself. Don't forget ManDem United podcast, Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's normally 5 p.m. every Tuesday and Thursday, but we went slightly earlier because Shameless FC is at 6. So I was like, all right, let me run the show slightly earlier. But yeah, I'm gassed about RANGNICK. And we'll talk more on, obviously, Arsenal on Thursday, because there'll be a watch along for that and a ManDem United before that, and Crystal Palace. But if RANGNICK's in it's looking like he won't be here for the Palace game. No, he won't be here. Yeah, no. He won't be here for the Arsenal game, but he could be here for the Palace game. We move into teams. We are moving to teams. Teams are going to get moved to. I'm saying this. I've said this for the longest. Certain teams are getting moved to. And I think we beat Arsenal. I'm confident. I think we beat Arsenal. I think we beat Crystal Palace as well. 110%. We beat Arsenal. We beat Crystal Palace. People underestimate the power of, and we run jokes about it, vibes. The vibes was off. The place was toxic. Players were unhappy. The confidence was low. And you see the difference already. People are talking about, oh, it's the same coaching staff. It's the same coaching staff that Ollie had. And they're doing the coaching. Ollie is still the head honcho at that point. He's still the head honcho. Ollie is still signing off. He's still making the final decisions. So how come it's the same coaching staff, but we're seeing different performances? And that's not me saying the performances were great because they weren't. Why am I saying all of a sudden we're defensively much better? I'm not saying we're defensively immaculate, but we're defensively much better. Why am I seeing an average position map for the first half and I can see the shape against Chelsea? I can see the shape against Chelsea, like 110%. And yes, we were too deep against Chelsea. We were too deep against Chelsea. But I can guess the formation without seeing it. I can see Mctominay as the right-sided central midfielder on the right side. I can see Fred on the left. I can see the fullbacks where they should be, the centre-backs where they should be. I can see us, it's not looking like, for those that know, it's not looking like the Diplomats logo. It's not looking like an eagle sign. It's not like this. It's not looking like a rugby formation. So that's the difference. And that's Carrick doing that. That's Carrick, that's McKenna, that's Phelan. That's coaches who are nowhere near what Ralph can do. So what Ralph can implement could be cold. And I think we'll see it more so. I think they'll just vibes it because it's the December period. because it's the December period, we'll just be on vibes, and he can't really implement much because it's a game one every 3-4 days. But like January, maybe when the games slow down and he's getting 5-6 days to work with the players, that's when we'll see the real style come in. But he'll just come in and, like, similar to when Oli came in as interim and it was toxic after Jose. Like, the players just went into vibes mode. This is why I said we'd beat Villarreal or get a result. This is why I said we'd get a result against Chelsea. Because the talent is there. There's not a lack of talent in this Manchester United squad. That's not the issue. Does it need to be improved upon? Yes. But it's not a lack of talent. And like I was saying just before on this very show, it's a mentality thing. Mental. These men very unhappy. A lot of you lot play Football Manager and FIFA. You see the morale thing. Players being unhappy, whether it's on either of those two platforms. And that can affect you. That's just in real life. Anyone who's got a job, if you're unhappy, you're not performing high, it's harder to perform to a high level at your job if you are unhappy. And that's with anything. Or if you man have, well, a lot of you, or you man or you gal or whoever's in the comments has work colleagues, that's the same thing. I bet there's work colleagues, when they're happy, they're hella productive. A happy workforce is a productive workforce. Where else we at? D-Star says, I'm sure RALF will find some ballers in the German second division or something who will end up being world class. Absolutely, it could happen. And the thing is, he now has finance to do that. He can use our massive scouting network. He's not going and having to sign players for 500k. He can still do that. But say he wants to sign a player for 5 million, 10 million, 40 million. He might want to sign 3 players for 40 million. That's nothing. United can do that easy. When he's at Salzburg, he can do that. And Rance touched on it as well because someone mentioned him. You don't have to sell Manchester United. He had to sell Salzburg and Leipzig as products and as a project. You don't have to sell Manchester United. Alongside all the history we've got, him being there, and the money as well. Flawless, when is Rance hopping on the channel? I'm going to make it happen at some point, but Rance just been mad busy. That's all it is. But salute to my brother Rance. And he's helped out the channel so much. You don't even have to jump on the channel like that. That's why I don't press him about it. Because he's helped out this channel, the Twitch, done so much shit for me in this space, in it. So big up to my brother Rance every time. Tony Montana says, old type. Flawless, big up to you. Billy saying facts. Flawless, would you take Mancini if Italy don't qualify for the World Cup? No, I don't want Mancini. But if RALF said, I want Mancini, I back it. Fred and Donny can be coached in a double pivot. Donny has the position and discipline, and Fred has the aggressiveness and tenacity. Yeah, I hear that. I don't know what's going on with my voice. So all this talking I be doing. Voice, I don't know, but here we are. But yeah, definitely, we've seen Fred get used higher up the pitch. And it's mad that, again, that's a simple thing that Carrick has done in 2 games, and we've seen a better Fred. Have we seen a 10 out of 10 Fred? No. But have we seen a better Fred? Yes. Fred should never be picking up the ball off our centre-backs in the 6. We all know what's Fred's weaknesses, and we all know what his strengths are. Play to his strengths. And him pressing high, using his energy, his tenacity, higher up the pitch works. Why is he on the ball, picking up the ball off the centre-backs? Why is he on the ball, and why is he picking up the ball off the centre-backs on the edge of our box like he's Perlo, like he's super press resistant? What is going on? Play him higher up the pitch. Play him higher up the pitch. Yo, we got over 50 of you lot in here. Get the likes up. Get the likes up. What else we at? Yeah, because we're not even at 40 likes. Hey, mods, get everyone liking and subscribing, please, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. So yeah, I'm gassed about it. Again, like I said, I'll go into further detail about on the Arsenal game on Thursday. But yeah, I'm gassed about it. Harrison says players haven't been coached for 3 years. Exactly. So imagine they managed to vibes their way to however many semi-finals, a final, great results against the likes of City and other top teams as well. So imagine what they can do with instruction. Imagine what a Greenwood's going to do with instruction, what Ronaldo's going to do with instruction, a Martial with instruction, a Lingard with instruction, a Pogba with instruction, Cavani, Ronaldo, Diallo, Tellers, Dalot. The list goes on. Donny, Fred, Varane. Yo, we saucing, we moving. Look at the play. Look at the quality of players I've just named there. Whether you think they're world-class, top-class, whatever, whether you think they're overrated, there's talent there. Like I said, outside of PSG, this is the best project to walk into. It's the best project outside of PSG because the bar is on the floor. Supporters are going to love Rangnick. I already do love him, and he's not even landed yet. I love Rangnick, and he's not even got here yet. Love Rangnick, and he hasn't even, he's not even, I just heard him talk, and I'm like, all right, yeah, Rangnick, I'm with it. I'm fully on board. the RALF train in it, 100% in that. Man like Double R in the building. Kind of Devil says, big up Flawless, big up to you. Expectations with RANGNICK and this season. Expectations this season, bare minimum is top 4. Bare minimum top 4. I'm looking at the FA Cup. I am looking at the FA Cup 110%. And to go deep into the Champions League. And when I say deep, I'm saying quarterfinals. I'm looking at the second teams, the teams currently in the runners-up spots. And if we don't, I think we do knock out PSG, but I reckon we do beat PSG over 2 legs. However, if we don't draw them, we should go into the quarterfinals. And then it's anybody's game with a favorable draw. Chelsea did it last year. Got a favorable draw. Manchester City, PSG, and Bayern Munich all over the other side of the draw. Manchester United get that type of draw, we can maybe go deep into the competition. And I'm not saying we win the Champions League. What I'm saying is Manchester United going deep into the competition gets players. That gives players invaluable experience. You can't replicate being in the quarterfinals of the Champions League away at the Allianz, and you need a goal to go through with 20 minutes, or you're trying to hang on to a lead, or being away at PSG, or being at home to Manchester City, or whether it's Liverpool, or it's Chelsea, or an Atletico Madrid, or Inter Milan, or whatever European side. That type of experience with high stakes like that is invaluable. And that could set us in good stead next season, because the players can, say we go to the quarterfinals and we get knocked out by whoever, say it's a PSG, a Chelsea, whoever, Atletico Madrid or Real Madrid. Next season, once we get to the quarterfinals, that experience could help those players so much. All right, we've been here before. We know how to deal with this. We've been here before. We've been set up. This is why a lot of teams who make their first Champions League final lose, because that pressure they've never been under before, a lot of those players. And then the next time you go into it, the next time they're in the final, we've been here before. So that's what I'm looking at. And onto the top 4, even if Manchester United don't finish top 4, that's not a catastrophe. It's not a catastrophe whatsoever. Because rebuild, maybe being freed from the stress of Champions League helps us focus on the league, because now the Europa League is a second tier competition. That's second priority. Whereas when you're in the Premier League and Champions League, they're both top priority. Whereas second priority if we're in the Europa League. But top 4 minimum from him. Like I said, deep into the Champions League, and I genuinely believe we can win the FA Cup. Genuinely believe we can win the FA Cup. In terms of overall, I'm looking at it to change the structure of the club. I'm looking at more sensible signings and not the obvious ones. So not that all the ones we'll do on FIFA and Football Manager. Like when I'm playing FIFA last year, I'm signing Varane and signing, Sancho. I'm not saying they're bad signings, but I'm saying go sign a player we don't know about. Why is it Wan-Bissaka? Why is it Harry Mcguire? So that's what I'm looking for. And a playing style permanently. So you know the team we're going to play, like 9 out of the 11 players, and you know the style we're going to play. That's the things I'm looking for. And vast improvement. So excited. Thames Baller says, so excited about RANGNICK, man. First time in like 2 years I felt 100% motivated about United. Thames, I'm with you. Look how I'm talking with Vim. Talking with energy and excitement. I ain't spoke like this on ManDem United since I've been here. Yo, Flawless, I told them, man, even Wan-Bissaka came from Crystal Palace where he didn't have much training, then comes to our coach with no tactics. He's now to improve. I hear you. Because Wan-Bissaka can still be backup. He can still be utilized. We're holding on to a lead. You throwing Wan-Bissaka at right back. I'm for that. Thoughts on the Oli tribute happening at OT. I think it's unnecessary. We should move on from all that. I agree. We should celebrate Oli the player. Because I've seen people tweeting about, why are people talking about why we still singing about Oli? Don't sing as Oli. I'm all for singing about Oli the player. Sing for Oli the player. I don't sing Oli's at the wheel because that's him as a manager. But if they want to sing the Oli song, you are my soul, sure, like that. Alan Shearer was so much dearer. I'm all for that. If you man want to run that, all for that. That's cool. Celebrate him as a player. Because him as a player, he was successful at Manchester United Football Club. As a manager, he failed. Simple as that. Big up to CR7 fan. Big up to you. Big up to my guy Abdallah says, big up Flawless, man. People, make sure you pepper the like button. Subscribe if you're new as well, people. Large up everyone who's locked in. Our goal should be to make in the semis, because if we make it, it's up in the air. Hey, Rory, I'm with you. If we get to the semis and it's a favorable draw, it's anybody's game. If you're the last 4, even if it is City, Chelsea, Bayern Munich, and us, where we're 4 favorites out of that list, it's anybody's game. I'm all for that. I just want to be excited about Champions League again. Let's get through this knockout. We're through to the knockout stage. Fantastic. I'm genuinely looking forward to who we draw. I'm looking for the easiest draw possible. You lot in the chat are more knowledgeable than me about European football. So you lot let me know who the worst teams are currently in the runners-up spots. I'm all for it. If we get Leo, cool. Then we're in the quarterfinals. Anybody's game. Emmanuel says, flawless. No. It's time to have our chest outs. What did Av say? The greatest manager in world sports has arrived. The Champions League, Wimbledon, the Gold Cup, you name it. Shameless FC. Shout out to Avs as well. He said that we're winning everything. What team has Rangnick coached? I thought he was a DOF. Now he's coached before. He's managed before. He managed, if I stand corrected, Leipzig. He managed Leipzig for a period. He did. Let me double check this. I'll tell you now, actually. I've been doing my research on Rangnick. See that, people? I'll let you know when I don't know something. If you ask me about certain players or managers and I don't know, it's like someone asked me, what's his name? Hadera, is it? I'm having a look here. I'm having a look. 1 second. So he has managed. Wow, this guy managed from 83. Mad. Okay. So yes, he managed Leipzig from 2015 to 16. And then he managed from 2018 to 19 and took them from, I believe, the 4th tier of German football to the 1st tier. He's also managed Schalke. He managed Hoffenheim as well. Schalke, Hanover, Stuttgart, So he's managed a few teams. I'm having a look here right now. So yeah. And more so, I'm not even gassed about him managing. It's him going upstairs. That's what I'm super gassed about. That's why I'm super gassed about him. Super gassed. Joel says, Varane 14 finals, 114. If we're in the final, I'm sure he can do it with Mr. Champions League, aka CR. So absolutely. But I'm saying more so, I don't doubt Varane or Ronaldo in the Champions League final. I don't doubt either of them in the Champions League final. I'm talking the rest of the players. Rashford's never experienced that. Greenwood, Martial, Cavani, Donny, Fred, I'm saying Mcguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka, Telles, Shaw, De Gea. None of these men have been in the Champions League final. A few of them have probably been in. I know Donny went to the Champions League semi-final, but that experience is invaluable. That pressure different. Abdallah says Manchester United need a Cesc Fabregas region in the midfield because he can control, pass, create, and can tackle. Depends on what style we want to go with. Kenton says, seeing on Twitter people making montages of his tenure as Man United and everything sounds like the night in Paris. Yeah. JJ says, we might make it to the semi, might as well win it. Hey, if we make it to the semi-finals, it's anybody's game. 40fan55 says, flawless, are you worried about anything Arsenal can bring that may worry us? No. I don't rate Arsenal. Arteta's got them defensively better, yes. But fear, worry, no. Do we have to respect them? Yes. Because if we don't turn up, they could easily get a 1-0 win or draw. But the vibe, the momentum's with us. I said this. From when Ollie's gone, the momentum's with us. The Villarreal game, win, top the group, through to the next round. 1-1 draw, away at the bridge. Confidence is growing. The feel-good factor is back. Rangnick's coming in. That will give the players a boost and a lot. By itself, I'm hearing Pogba might stay now because he's impressed with Rangnick, which makes sense. Flawless, big love from Somalia. So Hannibal is balling through Tunisia at 18 as their playmaker. I believe Rangnick will start picking him over Bruno and Donny real soon. Firstly, big up to you. Man said Somalia. That's crazy. Big up to you for locking in. What time is it over there? And also, I've been hearing about Hannibal for the longest. Maybe he does. I've been hearing about Hannibal for the longest time. Schalke went to the semis of the Champions League, losing to us in 2011. Wait, was Neuer in goal for Schalke at that point? I didn't know he took Schalke to the semi-finals. Was that when Neuer was in goal for Schalke? Let me know, before he made the move to Bayern Munich. That's crazy. I forgot about that. See, man, he's done bits taking Schalke to the semi-finals of the Champions League. And again, I'm not looking at him. If he was coming in as manager, I would be less. I'd be less gassed. It's going upstairs, isn't it? That's the thing I'm looking at. And now Rashford in the Champions League would choke because he's not the man for the big occasion. I disagree with that. His record against the Big Six says different. Arsenal are dog shit. United are going to walk all over them. I wouldn't say we walk all over them, but we're moving to him. Wait, Flawless, are you going OT for the Arsenal game? No, I'm not. If Rangnick was in charge, I probably would have tried to get, I probably would have been like, let me get a ticket, because that place is going to be rocking. Place is going to be rocking. We'll draw 1-1 with Arsenal. That's not out of the realms of possibility. It's not. Cannot lose to Arsenal. My whole family is Arsenal. Luke says, yeah, he was. Yeah, no, I remember that game. Yes. I remember him having a great game in the away leg. I think United won, but he made enough saves. And United were looking at a goalkeeper. And I remember Fergie talking to him on the pitch. Flawless question for you. Do you think Ralph will coach these players to stop being 100 miles per hour and improve their IQ? Yeah, when I say improve their IQ, he'll take the amount of decisions out of their hands when they're coached. Like when the right back has the ball, your options are the right winger down the line and the DM shot. Like they're the two options. So you can go down the line or you can go inside. That eliminates it. Like you become a robot type of thing. Like when you get the ball, you do this because this player is going to do this. This player is going to do that. This player is going to do this. Schalke dropped off so much, though. It's unbelievable. Yeah, I hear that. Flawless, would you be okay if Rangnick gets an extension if he does well? I don't want him to get an extension. He can do more good upstairs. I don't want him. Even if he does well, I don't want him to get an extension. No, he needs to go upstairs. And it seems he prefers to be upstairs rather than manage, because that was a part of the deal. Like I said, he could have come in for 6 months, got the big bag and dipped, but reportedly he rejected us. And then he said, all right, if I'm coming on, not only am I interim, I'm upstairs for 2 years. With that. I'm with that. Jack says Arsenal are in better shape than us. It's still Ollie coaches at the helm. The Rangnick effect might take time, but let's hope I'm wrong and beat Arsenal. Arsenal are in better shape than us. That's debatable. It is Ollie's coaches at the helm. However, we've seen an improvement. We've seen an improvement against Chelsea and we've seen an improvement against Villarreal as well. The Rangnick effect, I think, is there. I don't think it's taking his time. I think it's hit us and he's not even landed. Just the feel-good factor. Just the feel-good factor. What else we got? Who would be your ideal right back that we should get? Ooh, that's a good question. I like Lamptey. Someone mentioned that was reportedly interested, and he's the right back that sticks out to me. I like Lamptey. I've seen, because I won't lie to you lot and be like, yeah, I watch loads of European football. It's impossible for me to watch as much football as I would like to. So Lamptey's the one that sticks out. But someone made a great point about his injury record, but I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a recurring injury. I don't know if that's his training, but I'm all for it. And hopefully with, Ahmed mentioned it earlier, hopefully Ralph brings in his fitness coach and his physios and staff and we improve on that note. Firmino, Upamecano, Mane, Keita, Haaland, Kimmich, Sabitzer, Werner. It's safe to say Rangnick has an eye for talent. That's why I'm all for it. That's why I'm all for it. Big on my guy Ronan in the building. So it's nice to be able to talk positively about United for a change. I 110% agree with that. Hopefully Ten Hag in the summer. That's what I'm hoping for. Hopefully Ten Hag in the summer. Do you agree Ollie should get praised if Man United succeed in the future? Me personally, I don't. Michael, I don't particularly care, to be honest. I'm not fussed. That's Ollie Innes trying to hang on to anything. I don't care about all that. I'm going to celebrate now. If we're successful, I'm going to celebrate with that manager. So if Ralph wins something, I'm going to celebrate with Ralph. If the manager afterwards comes in, I'll celebrate with that manager and Ralph. I don't care about, that's the past. The past is the past. Don't care about that. YG says, big up Flawless. What are your expectations for next season, since it seems it's just to make top 4 with Ralph is the target? My target, I don't know what their target is. I said it and I say it again because I know you missed it. YG, because someone asked me this question. This season, top 4, FA Cup, winning the FA Cup, and go deep into the Champions League. They're the 3 things I'm looking at. Top 4, bare minimum, which I think we'll do. FA Cup, which I think is a strong possibility, and go deep into the Champions League because that experience is invaluable for these players. We need to get to a quarterfinals again. Semi-finals would be great with a favorable draw. I'm hoping for a favorable draw because I'm looking at the runners-up. They're all favorable draws in the round of 16, and then it's into the quarterfinals. And with a favorable draw, if PSG, Chelsea, City are all over the one side of the draw and we're on the other, we maybe get to a semi-finals. And like someone said in the chat, it's anybody's game then. It's anybody's game then. And I'm all for that. Anybody's game. So we'll see. What else we got? Abdallah says Livramento over Lamptey. I'm telling you, as someone who watched both, they were in our academy. Hey, I'm happy with either. Again, I trust Ralph. In Ralph, we trust. If Ralph wants to get Livramento, cool. If Ralph wants to get Lamptey, cool. If Ralph shouts you Abdallah and goes, you need to play right back, I'm with it. Lamptey has hamstring problems, I think. I need to talk to a Brighton fan and see what's what. Lamptey much better than Wan-Bissaka, I think. I like Lamptey. JJ says RANGNICK is going to scout some hidden gems. Him upstairs is scary hours for the rest of the Prem. I hear that. I hear that. Scary hours. I'm with it. 40 fan says we should target the Atalanta manager. The Atlanta manager. He plays the best football in Italy. In Ralph, I trust. In Ralph, I trust. Wreck-It Ralph is Tuchel club's deadbeat dad. He didn't actually have a major influence on their tactics. Yeah, he's the reason why your manager manages. You should be thanking it. Man pulled him out of a bar and gave him a job. Theo says Pochettino is just another Ollie with the Brexit signings. Watch him demand 100 mil for Kane and Rice. I don't know if he's coming in, but if Poch, again, in Ralph, I trust. You're going to hear me say that a lot. If Ralph wants to go get Poch and Kane and Rice, cool. Why is the channel named Sarcasm City? Because it started off as a podcast. That's why. It was initially a podcast and it wasn't sport related. It was myself and my brother talking current affairs. Sometimes we'd talk about sports, but what was just going on, and it was just once a week. So that's why it was called. That's why there still is a podcast called the Sarcasm City Podcast. But then when we started doing sport and live content, we changed it to Sarcasm City TV. And because we're sarcastic as well. Ronan says, finally a competent football man in a position of influence. Yep, I am with that. I am with that. Ralph should shout me. I'd be a good backup water boy. I'm with that. Hey, if Ralph wants to shout, hey, Ralph, if you're watching, or if there's any, I know Manchester United, they have media watching, shout me, man. I'll be the best PR team. Give me the United account. Give me the United account. You doing NBA games tonight, bro? Yes, they're on the live stream schedule on the Twitch, but time to shine. Yes, let me check. Got it here. Tonight, big game tonight. We got the Battle of New York and the Battle in the West. So we got the Brooklyn Nets versus the New York Knicks, and we have the Phoenix Suns versus the Golden State Warriors. So they're all tonight. So much content tonight, people. You got ManDem United right now. Shameless FC is starting at 6 p.m. on Lewis's channel. Then at 7:30, I'll start the Norwich versus Newcastle watch along on the Twitch. Then I'll be heading over to Monty's channel. So I'll be on Big Six Bands. Make sure you subscribe to Big Six Bands. But the Norwich versus Newcastle watch along will continue. Then when that finishes, I'll head back over there for Norwich, Newcastle, and Crystal Palace versus Leeds. Then after that, it's Tuesday. What else is going on? The NBA games. So much content. So much content. 40 fan says, Poch would keep us stabilized for a number of years and have us competing. I would be happy. Don't get why everyone hates on Poch just because it's the cool thing to do. That's what it is. Poch is a good manager. Poch is a good manager. Flawless, did you see Sterling ahead of Mahrez and Neymar? No, I didn't see Camille. I don't care for Ballon d'Or, innit? I really don't care for Ballon d'Or. Oh, yeah, I seen Time to Shine. I seen the message. I'm going to get back to you, my guy. I'm going to get back to you. Let's have it right. Champions of Europe. We know what we are. Big up Sarcasm City United looking scary with Ralph. Big up Taddy. Yeah, man. We looking scary with Ralph. 100%. As I keep posting the meme, someone put the word out there. We back up. Mancini links. In Ralph, I trust. I think Ralph will go for someone he's mentored or someone he followed or someone he's followed. I hear that. All right, cool. Might have some. Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, watch my first NBA game, Bulls game, first win. We move in silence. That's all on the Twitch. Again, people, check out the upcoming live stream schedule here on the YouTube and on the Twitch. Let you know all the shows that are coming up. I will take Mancini. Can't go wrong with Mancini. He's not my first choice. He's not in my top 5. However, if he wants to go with Mancini, I'm all for it. And big up Time to Shine as well. It just told me then you've been a member for 3 months. You know what I mean? Man's been a Sarcasm City Soldier membership. I'm on the membership for 3 months. If you want to become a member of the channel, people, the link is underneath in the description. I'm going to say Nets in 4. It's a single game, fam. Bro, I think there's a racial problem in the Ballon d'Or, and that's why I believe Mendy didn't win the goalkeeper award. I heard people saying that. Is what it is. And top Reds don't want Mancini. F what the top Reds won. They didn't want Ollie to be sacked. But here we are. Now they're here gassing up RANGNICK, who's the complete opposite of the Manchester United DNA. Miami Heat are the main team in the NBA, bro. They're not. I don't know why you're putting out lies there, Abdallah. Flawless, who's the best football player, non-United, to ever grace the Premier League, in your opinion? That's a good question. It's a good question. Naming one's tough. I'd have to probably name 5 or 6. Henry's right up there. Without question, Thierry Henry is right up there. David Silva's right up there. Patrick Vieira. Ashley Cole. They're just 4 off the top of my head. That's just 4. I'd have to have a proper thought on it. I've seen so much football, but they're 4 that just sprung to mind. Here we go. Ronan says, will we win the Champions League this season under RALF like Chelsea did with Tuchel? A lot depends on the draw, I think. It's a possibility. I wouldn't put money on it. I'm not going to sit here on this microphone and on this show and say, yeah, that's going to happen. However, a lot does depend on the draw. If we get a favorable draw, we get into the semi-finals. Even if we're 4 favorites, anybody's game. Because one thing Manchester United have is talent to win you one-off games, or a talent to get you through a tie. Like if a Ronaldo shows up, show's over. Cavani's in that boat. Rashford's there. Martial's there. Greenwood's there. Diallo's there. Donny's there. Bruno's there. Like we have so much ammunition in the gun. We have so much weapons in the armory. So yeah, like a lot depends. I'd just be happy with a quarterfinal. I'm not gonna lie. Just to enjoy a quarterfinal again. They need to throw it back onto ITV so man can really get nostalgia. Call Clive Tildesley. I feel like I'm back watching in the early 2000s or the 90s, but here we are. Flawless, do you think RALF will drop Ronaldo? For certain games, yes. He seems very much, no player is bigger than the club. Is my way or the highway. This is my style I'm going with for this game. So do I see him dropping Ronaldo for certain games? Yes. Every game, no. Big up Led to Led back in a building. Says big up from Toronto. Flawless. Like, subscribe, and share, people. Big up to you, my guy. Bayern need a City or PSG. They're a massive threat. I've seen some wildish. I hope what's it called? I was even gonna say that. Threw me completely off. I'm hoping PSG get Chelsea, or I hope PSG get Bayern Munich, Chelsea, or Liverpool. That's what I'm hoping for. Ronan says, I fancy us in the CL. Hey, Ronan, sell me on this. Go on, why? Go further on this. I don't care if you need to lie to me at this point. Give me the reasons as to this. Let me get gassed up. Because I'm all for to be sold on us winning the Champions League this season. Flawless, is Messi the greatest player you've ever seen? No. Ronaldinho is the greatest player I've ever seen. It's Ronaldinho. And yes, I run bants about Ronaldo being my goal and stuff, but it's Ronaldinho. Flawless, how did you feel when Henry was ripping your defenders back in the day? His record against United ain't the greatest. He only scored 1 goal at Old Trafford. And we dominated that era. So it didn't really bother me too tough. Did he score some banging goals against us? Absolutely. But we dominated that era. They won 3 league titles during his period. And we won a treble, doubles during that period. So that was cool. If we get PSG, I'm calm. They're a shit football inside, but that's the worst possible draw for you lot, Abdallah, though. Do I believe Chelsea beat PSG? Absolutely. But that's not the draw you want. Come on. That's not the draw you want. Due to delays in his work visa, this is from Akil, RANGNICK could be forced to wait till the 11th of December when United face Norwich to officially begin as Manchester United interim manager. Hey, if he comes in then, cool. If he lands then, cool. Hopefully he's here earlier, but I think we beat Palace regardless. Because we got a favorable, that's a nice run-in as well. We got a favorable run of fixtures up until January. So they'll sort it out. 40 fan says, Bayern don't look the same ever since Flick left. They don't look as dangerous. Flick had Bayern looking scary. Nagelsmann, innit? He's not Flick. Flawless, Seaman or check. Checks. One of the best goal. Prime Check is one of the best goalkeepers I've seen in the league. Prime Check was levels. The only thing that tops Prime Check to me is Van der Sar, but that's just me. Sweet. You lot continue to get your questions in before I close out the show. I've had well over. These are Q&A questions. Trent or James, both cold. Need to see him more. Probably Trent, though. Don't forget as well, people, the link for the membership is underneath in the description. So if you want to support the channel further, link for the membership is underneath in the description. And if you want to support for absolutely free, just like and subscribe. Ronan says, I just think the non-English teams aren't that strong. So if we can avoid the Premier League teams till the last stages, then Ronaldo can win us one-off games against anyone. That makes sense. That makes sense. Van der Sano. That makes sense. I'm with that. But depends on the draw. We need a better look. Ronan, you preaching to the choir. I've been saying this before you got here, and you're a sensible guy. You know your stuff, so it makes sense. Do you think we make top 4? Absolutely, yes. Absolutely, we make top 4. Without question, we make top 4. Like easy. Easy, we make top 4. Like light work. Light work. In my opinion, only Bayern and Liverpool can beat us in 2 legs. What? So you favor us against... I don't favor us against Bayern. I don't favor us against Liverpool, Chelsea, or City over 2 legs. Even with RALF at the helm. I don't favor us. Don't mean we can't win. I'm saying I don't favor us. Akil says, what do you think our midfield would be under RANGNICK? I legit don't know, you know. That's a great question. I don't know. I don't know. I'm unsure as how he tries to go, what he tries to do. That's what I like, is the unknown. We don't know what formation he's going to play. We don't know what players he's going to favor. We don't know what players might get pushed out. We don't know who's going to come back into the fold. We don't know who's going to be captain, etc., etc. I legit don't know. Joris FAT says, I don't think we're getting Ten Hag. I think he's waiting for the City job after Pep. Yeah, it makes sense. United to this day haven't replaced Carrick, Evra, or Rio since they left. Is a fuckery. Yeah, man, that's all subject to change. JJ says, if we get Liverpool, we're done out here. They're definitely the favourites. Don't mean we can't win, but they're definitely the favourites. But then the look of the draw depends on, is the first leg, is the second leg at Anfield, or is it at OT? Where's it at? 40 fan, I need to watch this. I need to set up my PS3 because my Netflix is on there and deal with that. Have you seen the series of Netflix called Bad Sports? There's an episode about Juventus and how they paid off the refs. They paid the refs off. Their investigation is underway involving Tottenham director that appointed Conte. That's wild. When's the draw for the knockout stages? Let us know in the chat, people. When is the draw? 1 second. I'm going to have a look now. I'm literally going to Google this. Champions League draw dates. When is the Champions? Let's see. I don't know. Someone will say in the chat because this ain't even telling, man. This ain't even telling me when it is. Well, Abdallah, question to you. I know you ain't trying to see PSG out of all them teams. Next Friday, time to shine, saying. Yeah. There we go. Where we at? Italy or Portugal? Not sure. Not sure. Is it this soon? Friday or Saturday? I'm not doing a Champions League draw watch along. Absolutely not, because that's all long. That's all long. However, I'll probably recap it, because if it's Friday or Saturday, I'll probably just wait till Tuesday. Do I do a special edition? I might do a special edition of ManDem United. What do you want? Do you want a special edition of the ManDem United podcast? Let me know. I might not do it the day. I might do it the day after. If it's Friday, then I might do it on the day or Sunday. No, actually, I'll tell a lie. If it's Friday or Saturday, might do it Sunday. I might do it Sunday. Big up to my guy, Danny. Look at this guy on 2 accounts. What are you telling me, brother? You good? This guy on 2 accounts. Let me know if Danny the Devil is also you, so I can mud you, fam. Unless that's a fake you. Yeah, Abdallah ain't trying to see PSG. This is the thing. Statman was on this. He's like, oh, I want PSG. Why would you pick the toughest possible opposition? Even though I think Manchester United beat PSG over 2 legs. That is very foolish to pick the best possible opposition just to beat Poch or just to beat PSG. I don't understand that. I'm trying to see my team win. Give me the weakest possible opposition on paper. That's what I'm trying to see. Oh, you need to be the best. You need to beat the best. Not if they're on the other side of the draw. Don't get it. Never will understand that narrative. I want to see Manchester United win. Yeah, calm, no stress, fam. I'll mud you just in case you log in as well. Big up to my guy Dan Sillyman in the building. Just here talking RANGNICK, talking Champions League, etc., etc. Fan says, gonna put a bet on us to beat Arsenal 4-1. I'm quietly confident. Only worry Arsenal have is Smith Rowe. I wouldn't say 4-1. I'm not saying all that. I'm not saying all that. That's a bit much. That's not what I'm doing or where I'm going with it. I think you wilding with that. Big up to everyone that's tapped in as well. Right, we closing in on an hour as well. Big up to everyone tapped in. Get your questions in. Please keep them Manchester United related, though. Keep your questions Manchester United related, people. Vizzy says, congrats on the new appointment. Thank you. Gassed. Like I said, man, we back outside, man. We back outside. 110%. We back outside. RANGNICK is the best decision the club has made in a very long time. I 110% agree with you. 110% agree with you. Without question. Without question. This conversation. Where else we don't forget as well, Shameless FC will be starting at 6 p.m. people. Do not forget that. Once we score one, Arsenal will capitulate like they always do. Nah, they won't capitulate because that's not us in it. We don't have that type of momentum. We're not Liverpool at this current time. We're not a City who will just run through it. He will just run through a team. Like, no, that's not happening. Flawless are top Reds ruining United. No, I don't think they're ruining United. Nah. I don't pay him no mind. I don't know any of them. I don't know anybody who is a top Red. I don't pay him no mind, no attention because they have no impact on the success of the club. They try to blame us. And when I say us, I'm talking about content creators like we manage the team. I've had people on this very show blame me and on Twitter blame me for results Manchester United have had. I was like, oh, it's your fault we drew. Am I on the pitch? Am I in the dugout? Am I in the changing room? Did I give tactics? Like, it's mad. Malu says, need a good cup run, semi-final or final would be huge. League is gone. That's what we need to look at. FA Cup, Champions League. They're the two I'm looking at. Specifically the FA Cup to win and deep into the Champions League. RALF won't be in the dugout for Arsenal, but hopefully in the stands. I'm hoping so. Do you think RANGNICK will have a say on team selection and tactics against Arsenal as it's rumored he'll be in the stands? Yes. Yes. Like, yeah. I think he'll have it. If he's here, he's definitely talking to Carrick. Absolutely. Because Carrick's going to stay on, so they're going to be in communication. Talk is all the coaching staff is staying on, so they're going to be in communication. Let's test your knowledge. Which United, this guy, I have no idea. Which United player scored the goals in the 8-2 game against Arsenal in 2011? Cannot remember. 2011, fam. We're in 2021. A man wants me to remember this. I know Ashley Young scored twice. Welbeck scored. That's all I remember. Dan Sillyman says, lol, it's your fault along with Martial's. Yeah. My body language was like Martial's. I didn't smile enough either. If Ronnie starts and Arsenal keep the ball, it's still going to be a dead game. They're normally dead games. I can't remember the last entertaining game against Arsenal. They're all dead. Win, lose, or draw, they're all dead. Fletcher had the earpiece. Who do you think he was talking to? I don't even know. Flawless, what is a top Red and what do they look like? No idea what they look like because anyone can be a top Red. But in terms of it's how to describe it. You know what? It's on Urban Dictionary. That's the best way to describe it, a top Red. Someone who thinks they know best for the club, will back academy players regardless. Think you have to come through Carrington to be a good player. This United DNA. You have to back academy players regardless. Foreign players are not good enough, etc., etc. There's more to it, but that's the best way to describe it. It's all about hard yards and passion and knee slides and kissing the badge. More passion's needed. That's it. That's the quickest example I can give of a top Red. And they always think they know what's best for the club. You should never criticize the club either. You should never ever criticize the club. If you do that, you're a fake fan. You should always back the manager. If you criticize them, you're a fake fan. It's okay to criticize certain players if they're foreign. So it's all right to go at Pogba or to go at Martial or Fred, but you can't criticize Mctominay. You can't criticize Oli, etc. When did you have your first interaction with Saeed and Rants? Rants Flawless. You Rants and Saeed are the best trio out there. Big up, appreciated. Saeed I met when Aaron first came to the radio station. So they came to From a Third Eye View on Pi Radio, and that's when I met Aaron, Saeed, and Nuruddin for the first time. First interaction with Rants was because of you lot, because you lot put my name to him, and then he reached out and was like, "Yo, I've been hearing your name a lot. I like your stuff. Let's work." And then from then, That's when it happened. Just over a year ago that happened, actually. And then we've been cool ever since. So big up to my guy Rants and big up to Saeed. That man doing so much for me in it. So big up to them, man. Will Pogba sign a new deal under RANGNICK? Could happen. 110% could happen. He could look at it and go, we're restructuring the club. RANGNICK's coming in. RANGNICK would have already told him this is the plans, short-term plans, this is the long-term plans. He might stay. He might stay. Big up to yo, I can't pronounce your name, my guy, in it, so I don't want to butcher it. So I'm just gonna call you my guy. Big up. Apparently, there's gonna be some tribute to Ollie. Like they're going on like his. Say that again. Say the last bit again, Dan Tilly, man. Carl Yan says, "What was the reason that you supported Manchester United?" I did not have a choice. I did not have a choice. My whole family, Manchester United. Mom, dad, uncles, aunts, sisters, brothers, cousins. All Manchester United fan. I have one aunt who's a Manchester City fan, but that's because she lived literally in front of Main Road. Like when I was there, like when City were playing at Main Road, they scored like the house, you hear the noise. Like you look out the back window, then what's it called? You can see Main Road. But other than that, my whole family is Manchester United fans. So not only the generation above me, my generation and now the generation below, they're all Manchester United fans. Nieces, nephews, all Manchester, younger cousins, and all Manchester United fans. It's in the DNA. 40 fans says, fellas, you need to do a show with Nuruddin, aka Mr. Structure. Mad that you say that. A show with Nuruddin will be coming to the channel. It'll probably be cross, so it'll probably be 1 week on Sarcasm City TV, one on the United Real Therapy, which is Nuruddin's channel. But that is something we are patterning, we're sorting out. 100%. Do you think Liverpool will start to crumble once Klopp leaves as the owners work on a sell-to-buy basis and will need a brilliant coach? If you have the same people upstairs, no, I don't think they'll crumble. But they haven't had much success anyway. They've got 1 Champions League and 1 Premier League. So what's crumbling from that? I don't think they win a trophy this season. So would that be, what, 2 years without a trophy for them? I'm just saying. RANGNICK clear of Wenger. I'm for it. Chris K says, hi, Flawless. Big up to Chris K. Hit the stairs, a.k.a. gone to heaven. You're a joker. What do you think of the future of Shaw, Mcguire, McTominay, and Rashford? They all could have a future. Again, I can give my thoughts on it, but it's what RANGNICK wants. RANGNICK might come in and go, Mcguire's the guy for me. And he gets a tune out of Mcguire. He might say McTominay's a good squad player to have. He might like Rashford. He might like Shaw. So these are all questions. Yeah, man, I've got a couple of brothers still, Abdallah. What are your dreams and aspirations outside of YouTube, Flawless? Yo, like Pinky and the Brain, man, plan to take over the world. Now, all jokes aside. Outside of this and content creating, music, innit? That's what it is. I'm trying to be great everywhere. That's what I'm trying to build, a legacy that long after I'm gone still stands. And for someone else to take it on after me as well. I'm trying, the same way we talk about RANGNICK putting in the building blocks in place, I'm trying to put the building blocks in place for my family and my peoples. So then I've started this, they can carry this on. But yeah, music, definitely. Music 110% is certain. And we've already started. We've had multiple shows this year. We got 2 shows. We got a show next month and a show already in January. So that's what it is, music. I need to get my pen moving and writing more. So look out for the Take Note channel coming soon, where all our music and music videos and not only will our music videos go over there, we'll also run live streams, myself, Tox, and Scorps, and talk about music. And that'll be its own channel in itself, and we'll do live streams like this. I saw a rumor today that RANGNICK looking to get Lamptey. Someone mentioned that, Dan. I'm for that. Anton says, in Ragnarok we trust. Facts. 100%. Facts. In Ragnarok we trust. I'm all for it. Without question. 40 fan says, hardest working person out there, big up yourself, more success. Can't wait to see you at the top. Much appreciated. Love for that, my guy. Love for that. Akil says, we need a new right back, wing back. We need a new right back. Wan-Bissaka and Dalot are not good enough, and Lad is not ready yet. I like Dalot as a wing back. I'm not going to lie. If we're playing a wing back system, I like Dalot. And I like him as backup, whether we're playing right back as well. I'm a fan, and he's younger, he can get better. And we've got Lad there. We just need a first choice. Opposite to my FIFA, because I need a backup right back. RANGNICK to assess if Carrick McKenna, dinner lady, etc. before restructuring the club. Hey, leave the dinner lady, leave Barbara alone. All right, the dinner lady is certified in that. But he would have assessed and spoke with Carrick and McKenna. And again, if he wants to keep them on, I'm cool. I beg you write a bar about RANGNICK and Ragnarok. It'll probably because a lot of my bars like be sport orientated anyway, so it'll probably come into it. Aiden says, big up Flawless. Are you on Spotify? Because I love music, so I want to check out your music. Not yet, but we are patterning all of that. We got the team. Obviously, we signed a deal. Shout out to Mic Check Media. So they're the management company. So we are sorting all of that. Now, Flawless, man, we'll try to come to the concert in January then. Yeah, we got one in Liverpool, but I think all the tickets are sold out because that's more of a closed event that Don Benji was trying to put together. But the one January, you'll see me promoting. And it's the end. I can't remember the exact date, but it's the end of January. And like it's the back end of January. Michael says, what team do you support? NBA, I support ABN, anybody but the Nets. I like the Nets. The Nets are actually my favorite team because KD my favorite player. However, I'm a Magic fan. I have family over there, innit? So I'm a Magic fan. Same way I say all my family are United fans. My family over there, Manchester United fans. So I'm out here suffering. But you not come in London and kiss my team, fam. It's because I don't do the shows then, unfortunately. When we start touring, 100% will come London. Once we start touring. Who will leave in January and summer? That's a great question, Ronan. One I do not have the answer to. No idea. No idea whatsoever. But we are going to leave it there, people. The ManDem United podcast will be back on Thursday, 5 p.m., literally before the United Arsenal watch-along. So we'll have ManDem United and then the United Arsenal watch-along. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule. I've updated it all the way to Sunday. That's the YouTube and the Twitch. That is your Sarcasm City TV guide. Don't forget this show and all the other shows on the YouTube and the Twitch, apart from watch-alongs, are available on audio-only platforms. So man mentioned Spotify. If you type in Sarcasm City TV on Spotify, our shows will come up. Same way on SoundCloud, same way on iTunes, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Because you might want to listen while you're at work. You might want to listen while you're driving, while you're cleaning, while you're cooking. You might just want to not have the YouTube or Twitch app open. You might just want to listen and be on social medias or WhatsApp or whatever. But yeah, man, love to everyone who has locked in. Yes, I do have family in Orlando, Florida. Yeah, I do. When Zeno back from his world tour. Soon, man. You know what I'm saying? Zeno trying to stay on that world tour so we don't have to sing all he's at the wheel. He thinks we forgot. Large up Ronan. Big up everyone in the chat. Make sure you get over to Shameless FC. We're going live there in 5 minutes, people. Live in 5 minutes. That's on Carefree Lewis's channel. But big up to you lot, man. Sarcasm City TV community is the best in the world. And this has been the ManDem United podcast on Sarcasm City TV. Thank you very much for tuning in.